Now, this next one makes me nervous because if you saw the thumbnail that I just saw, I got a feeling that comment is going to bite me in the ass. There's also a fat little bird on the screen. Okay. All right, we're not going to freak out. It's just a cartoon bird. We can always erase it later. Ooh, that is heavy chirping. That is heavy.
L'amour est comme l'oiseau de Twitter. On est bleu de lui seulement pour 40.
Oh, damn, that's brilliant. He's already talking about social media.
L'amour est comme l'oiseau de Twitter.
Maybe.
On est bleu de lui seulement pour 48 heures. D'abord on s'affilie, ensuite on se follow. On en devient fêlé et on finit solo. Regarde à toi. Et à tous ceux qui vous like, les sourires en plastique sont souvent des coups d'hashtag. Regarde à toi. Ah les amis, les potes ou les followers, vous faites erreur, vous avez juste la cote. Regarde à toi, si tu t'aimes, garde à moi. Si je m'aime, garde à nous, garde à eux, garde à vous, et puis chacun pour soi. Et c'est comme ça qu'on s'aime,
Wow.
comme ça qu'on somme, et c'est comme ça qu'on s'aime, comme ça qu'on somme, et c'est comme ça qu'on s'aime, comme ça qu'on somme, et c'est comme ça qu'on s'aime, comme ça qu'on somme. L'amour est enfant de la consommation. Il faudra toujours plus de choix. Voulez-vous des sentiments tombés du camion? L'offre et la demande pour unique et seule loi. Regarde à toi. Mais j'en connais déjà les dangers. Moi j'ai gardé mon ticket. S'il le faut, je vais les changer, moi. Regarde à toi. Et s'il le faut, j'irai me venger, moi. Cet oiseau de malheur, je le mets en cage, je le fais chanter, moi. Regarde à toi. Si tu t'aimes, garde à moi. Si je m'aime, garde à nous, garde à eux, garde à vous, et puis chacun pour soi. Et c'est comme ça qu'on s'aime, comme ça qu'on somme, et c'est comme ça qu'on s'aime, comme ça qu'on somme, et c'est comme ça qu'on s'aime, comme ça qu'on somme, et c'est comme ça qu'on s'aime, comme ça qu'on somme. Un jour t'achètes, un jour tu aimes, un jour tu jettes, mais un jour tu payes, un jour tu verras, on s'aimera, mais avant on crèvera tous comme des rats.
Hoopin'.
Prends garde à toi.
Bro.
Si tu t'aimes, garde à moi.
Bro.
Si je m'aime, garde à nous, garde à eux, garde à vous.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. It's so good. 2015. Wow. Right back to her. And the cycle will repeat. Oh, man.
L'amour est comme
And all of the characters that we saw as the audiences got bigger, we saw the president, we saw the queen, we saw like celebrities. It didn't matter. In the end, it was essentially the death of all of us. And that's why they very specifically showed these shots where we saw them all suffer. The queen, it just didn't matter. Now, something that I think is super interesting, okay, because obviously it's easy to watch this and say, oh, well, this is about, like, because you could say Twitter, right? Because it's the blue bird, Twitter, and that's what it's all about. But it's not really just about Twitter, obviously. It's about social media, right? What I think when we have conversations like this, because some of you know I am no longer on Twitter. I was on Twitter, I had about 5K followers, and I hated every second of it. I despise it. So I got rid of it. Don't care. Did a bunch of giveaways, put out some riddles. That was it. Don't care. Something that has to be acknowledged as part of the conversation, it's not just that social media is a thing, because the market of what people want and will follow, generally speaking, the people will dictate, right? So if social media exists, it's going to be, how do people use that thing? How do they use that tool? So it's not just that social media is the devil, or however you want to put it. It's how are people using it? How are most people using it? And then so on. So, what's really brilliant about this is that we actually watch him devolve from here. Just the little, we got my little following. I got a couple little friends, and I'm just in my bedroom. And then it begins with the foods and the family. And as he gets outside, it becomes bigger. Now you watch his posture actually change. Now, this is an interesting point. What would this part of the video mean? Give me your thoughts. He says hi to the little girl. Now, she's young, but we know very soon she's going to be doing the same thing. But what does this part with the bird represent? What do you think? What do you think the intention of that part was? Social media is dictating his actions towards her? Fuck real interactions. His addiction stops him from connecting further, maybe. Avoid in-person connections. Okay, pretty good. Isolating. Now, he seems genuine. If you look at his facial expressions, he's got a little smirk and he waves to her. So there is some kind of interaction, but we don't see what happens after this. But what we have to notice, though, what we are given from a storytelling perspective, is that the bird, which is actually his following, his online presence, his influence, is what makes her nervous. Now, again, she's young, so this is a very loose theory. What I kind of interpret that as is, with someone like this that has a massive following, especially on Twitter, and yes, I do distinguish the size of your audience and which platform it's on, very different things. Period. someone with a gigantic following on a platform like Twitter or X or whatever you want to call it these days, I would understand you being a little tiptoey, a little eggshell around them, because you know they can just go, bro. And then every interaction is then kind of morphed in some way. There's a chance of that. So that's kind of what I took it as, but I don't know. The little girl is also of no interest to the bird yet, since she probably doesn't have socials. Yeah, maybe. She doesn't mean anything. Right. That's a pretty good point. And then you see the posture begin to drop. And oh, right there. Birthday selfie, 30. So some time has passed. Also notice that he is alone in this picture. Yeah, the weight, the burden of the bird, if you will, the burden. Mm-hmm. There you go. And it's almost like it's staged, right? And even this right here, the cinema, like he posts the picture of him at the movies. He's not even watching the friggin' movie. He's just sitting there on his phone, checking his socials. I wondered about this part at first. On the bench, it's him and the bird, but they make it a point to kill the music, give us the bird horn, the tweets. But why? Because it is a noise that never goes away. You're always thinking. You're always thinking about, oh, what can I post? Oh, I should have said this. I used to have a coworker, a guy that I work with, that would come in and almost every day, he would start the day telling me about a current argument that he was having with somebody on Twitter. And he would go through the entire, he would start talking about, oh, well, then he said this, so I said this. Hold on, let me pull it up. And he would pull it up, and he would start reading line back and, well, who gives a shit? Nobody cares. You ain't going to change his mind. He ain't going to change your mind. But it ain't going to happen. It's the internet. Chances are that's a friggin' bot anyway. Who cares? Oh, my God. But to start off every single day with some new argument, there's no way. Noise.
Est enfant de la consommation, il voudra toujours plus de choix.
And then a relationship kind of starts here, kind of, but it doesn't last too long. And you see why.
Voulez-vous des sentiments tombés du camion? L'offre et la demande pour unique et seule loi. Regarde à toi. Mais j'en connais déjà les dangers. Moi j'ai gardé mon ticket. S'il le faut, je vais les changer, moi. Regarde à toi. Et s'il le faut, j'irai me venger, moi. Cet oiseau de malheur, je le mets.
You see that? This argument he's having with her. And then he ends up not reliving, but retelling the whole thing to the bird, to the audience, to social media.
En cage, le fais chanter, moi.
Garde à toi, si tu t'aimes, garde à moi. Si je m'aime, garde à nous, garde à eux.
I do think it's interesting that he's not carrying the bird anymore, the burden. It is following him. It's too big for him to carry or to control. It kind of has a life of its own, and it just follows him everywhere. I think that's pretty significant. See? And then we become the ones that are kind of riding that wave. We're not really in control anymore. We're just riding the wave. And wherever that thing goes, we're kind of We're kind of a victim to it. We're susceptible. Yeah, it takes over. Exactly. Now, we do see a bunch of different ways that people get followings. We saw the couple, the only hams. We saw the politicians. What was this? I wasn't quite sure about the one with the shoes and the hat right here. I don't know if that's just, I was a unicorn. I guess it's just somebody being goofy, some online personality maybe. And look at this. She ends up chasing after him. It's like, oh, I'm sorry. We can work it out. We can make it work. Nope. And she gets canceled. Oh, you think that's Gaga? I could buy that. I also think it's interesting that that bird that we just watched drop somebody to their demise. You don't even really see the transition, but it is the same beast. Watch. Brilliant. Just brilliant. Man. Yeah. Yep. That might be one of my favorite videos in a long time. That was great. Man, that was great. I also think with pieces like this and discussions like this, and this even goes back to, like, I could tie this exact same statement to the House Hallelujah video that we watched earlier, where it's easy to watch this and be like, okay, well, social media is the worst thing in the world and it's the devil. Okay, it's easy to say that because we just watched this. It's easy to say, oh, religion is terrible and it's exploiting people all day and there's nothing good that comes from it. No, everything within guardrails, like, it can be a good thing. I'm literally live like 10 to 20 hours a week. I feel like we're doing pretty good. I feel like we're putting out good stuff, right? But then you take somebody else that might be live for the same amount of time, but they focus on drama, you know? Very different. You're going to have a different person on the screen. You're going to have a different community. You're going to have a different output. It's how you use it. Exactly. Mm. Wow, this was good. Oh, I loved that. Oh, I loved that.